And hello, you filthy animals. Back again. Game 2. And as we can see, we got Patsu on Hadosztaly. Yeah, one of the favourites of mine. I really enjoy this division. Pretty strong too. Gone for the 15-point cheapo recon here. Personally, I think this is a better choice, and you double vet them so to get better optics. It does up the optics quite a bit when you double vet them, because you get 3 availability, whereas most divisions, when you, well, practically every other division other than the Hungarian one that doesn't have this unit, if you double vet, you're only going to get 2 availability if you're lucky. So good. He's not opted for the Panzer IV here. Zarina, these things are complete beasts. Really nice weapons, very cost efficient, but you need to position them well. There's 1,500 meter range, so you need to get reasonably close with these, get the heat off, but you want to stay at that max range really to be doing your work. And your HE, of course, with a 2k range, fantastic. He's not opted for the Panther G. We are on, I believe it was Ocean North, so not much reason to bring in a Panther G there, I'd say. And he's on balance though, which I do find interesting. I'm not quite sure what his opponent is on. If it is a balance versus balance, then okay, it could be an interesting game. If it's Maverick versus balance, then I think he might not fare quite so well. But saying that, this division does have very cost-efficient infantry. You've got an Atazox and a Lovest, both at 20 points. Decent squads for 20 points. You've got the Molotov guys that can help out in the forest a lot. The Lovest 23 Gs, really nice. These are good in CQC as well, with 4 Danuvias. They've got the Faust as well. Decent all-round unit, this one. Very good. You get 4 leaders as well in A phase, which is nice, with a radio. So pretty tasty. He's not opted for the Flamers, which I think is unusual to say the least. But he has got the, you know, the normal Flamers. How do you say that? Langzerok. Yeah, pretty light in the support type. It's opted for the motorbike commander. Again, it's not something I would usually see that often. Oh, in B phase for his recon, he's opted more for these guys, and I guess he wants to get his Hummel online and the 149mm. Why on earth you would bring the Hummel in instead of like 4 of these, I have absolutely no idea. Doesn't make sense, to be honest. The Hummel's rate of fire 4 rounds per minute. It's only got 18 shells. These things 40 shells, 6 rounds per minute. So why would you do that? Very intrigued by that choice. And we've got these things. These are alright, cheap and cheerful. They can be decent dual purpose weapon. The AP can do a bit of work, and the HE is alright. So it's fast enough rate of fire to do something, but they don't have a radio on. But yeah, cheap and cheerful, they're alright. Personally, I would prefer the mortars. And he's also gone for the plane off map, which for the biplane is reasonably fast, 315 kilometers an hour. And it's got 105mm, 4 of them, but it could get picked off by some AA or some fighters, so he needs to be careful about that. And of course, the Jagdi Panzer, beautiful unit, is not opted for the Su-85 though. And he's very light on anti-tank. He's brought this thing in, which is not much good at any kind of range, 1,000 meter range maximum. And then we got anti-tank rifles. Oh, just 2 kinds of anti-tank rifles, which do some work. So he's looking to get some heavy sniping business going here. Let's see how things work out for him. But first, let's look at his opponent. And look at this. We've got Parappa the Rapper, Raapaana. And he's on Maverick income. So I'm not sure if this was a counter pick or not, but this is pretty good choice. Let me just double check. I'll just have a quick look see to see if this was Ocean North. It is Ocean North. So, interesting. So in the center of the map, it's going to be a bit of a problem. I was thinking of Ocean East. I'm saying about the Panther Gs. The Panther Gs would do alright on Ocean North, but yeah, I can understand why you wouldn't take them. So the AT planes are going to come in clutch here, I imagine. These things are beautiful. Love them to bits. I just love these things. Really cheap. 70 points, and a couple of them will take out practically any tank. They're fast for a biplane, 405 kilometers an hour. You can get quite a lot of them. Then you've got these things to back yourself up in B. Again, 10 rockets. These things are monstrous for killing tanks. And you've got a really good air tab. This is a bad choice. I want to be very clear about that. This is bad. Bad plane. No, 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 no. You've got the plane. I've played these a lot in this division. The Hawk is much better. And look at the availability. Why you would pick that over this, I just don't know. This is faster, better agility, better resilience, and it dishes out slight and midgy squidgy bit less damage, but it's insignificant, and you get way more of them. Blenheims in A, yep, fairly standard. I like a Blenheim in A and a Blenheim in B. You can just like rule the skies, just go nuts with these things, throwing them around. The Ju-88's great bomb load on these, always has been, with the two 500 kilo bombs. He's not opted for these things. These can be coming quite handy. He's not opted for the recon fighter, which will be a better choice than this, I would say. You get 3 of those in A compared to this. He's up-vetted these as well. Oh, you do get kind of availability on them, but yeah, they're not worth it. They're just not worth it, really. But yeah, so the air tab is pretty strong in Raapaana, but the issue is you don't really have fast firing artillery to deal with your opponent's AA, except for you do have these beasts. Yeah, relatively cheap for a damage they dish out. You get good availability in A, 115 points, 7.75 damage. They've got a radio too. Only 3 rounds per minute though, unfortunately. But if you do get some vet on these, then they can do some work. I usually, if I take these, especially in A, I usually put them at 1 vet just to up the rate of fire. Double vet, you miss out on the availability then, unfortunately. But yeah, I would do this. Yeah, these things can act as, he's got these in B. I usually up vet these as well, and put, so to give the heat more accuracy, use these as AT guns with 160mm penetration on the heat. Anyway, I'm rambling away a bit here. So yeah, I like this division. It's a fun one to play. Jakari will be able to dominate on the flanks with how do you say this? Lahitori Junta with their Lati anti-tank rifles, fantastic anti-tank rifles with 500 meters range, 30 mils pen, 20 rounds per minute, and of course, as he must have them. Yes, he's got them here, the double ones in the AT tab. Fantastic things, can cause absolute havoc in the back lines for your opponent, or even in the front lines. Nice AT guns, doing all right here. You lack on the range on the AT guns, to be honest. Like, these things are solid enough. You have to turn off the AP though. Just use the heat. Can do some serious damage, but they lack the range. Fekutin, these are beautiful. Great for suppressing tanks when they get up close, because the rate of fire is just ridiculous. You don't kill tanks, but you stress them out to hell. And yeah, decent for taking down planes. For the 20mm, these are good. Generally 20mm are not so good, but these, for some reason, they do the work. What more is there to say about this? Yeah, plenty of city. So you got your snipers going on. You got your double man snipers. So he's got those in B phase as well. Sissy Kev for sneaking behind the back lines. Some more double snipers in A here. Yeah, looking really nice. I sometimes like to take these for some sneaky backdoor antics with Molotovs and their 3 Suomi. Anyway, yeah, hype for this one. This one's going to be a good one, I think. But he's on Maverick. I think Pansu does have a chance if he rushes through the center and manages to get into the back lines and cut off the supply roads. Then yeah, it could be looking good for him. Anyway, let's see how this goes. And we're away. And on the left, we've got Pantsu. On the right, we have Jaapaasa. Of course, Raapaana, they do have particularly slow transport, so it can be an annoyance getting into your positions quick enough. This has got to be a Lati coming into here, surely. Yes, it is. Trying to get some snipes on. And his opponent's doing exactly the same thing with his anti-tank rifles. So we could see a bit of a clash here. Anti-tank rifle snipage going on. Oh, he's just bringing up one to this region. Nice, nice, nice. In the centre. Another Lati trying to get into a sneaky position here. Sniper is out, picking units off already, doing some work. AT gun is just about in its position now. Will likely pick off these machine guns. They've only got 1,000 meter range, so should be good for there. And in the southerly position, Jaapaasa off to a decent start. Loves in here. This is the 25G. Oh, he gets one picked off. Unlucky there. Oh, that's the Latil doing their work. But these Lovas should be able to do some serious damage. The Sissy probably won't be able to hold up against two of these squads, but we shall soon see. The effect of the sniper and the amount of suppression they do can be quite surprising sometimes. Anti-tank units back here as well with Jikari and Laitori Junta. Going to sneak around the back here. Looking good down there for Jaapaasa. In the north, yes, it's always going to be quite difficult to defend this. Needs an AT gun in here or something to stop rushes down the road. Looks like the anti-tank rifles obliterated each other there. This Latiel not managing to get any work done. Just needs to get hidden now. And Pantsu does have the tick on. He's managed to sneak this flag here. Not surprising really, given that Raapaana is slow out of the stocks. And here comes the first of the Blenheims. The first of 3, I imagine, that's going to be coming out fairly soon. Going to be dropping down some damage over here. And he really does, really good choice, because you do need some help out in this part, being Raapaana. And you need to get some infantry into this area to protect yourself and into the forest here. Because yeah, once, if he gets through and breaks through to this area and cuts off this road, it can be really difficult, especially if you've got no decent AT equipment to deal with armor when it gets in around the back. And Raapaana, they do have the planes though. They do have the rocket planes to help out. 59 now to Pantsu. Jaapaasa really losing out in the town here. Some Jikari coming in. As long as he gets them unloaded and into the buildings, they should do fairly well and should be able to mop up here. Get 2 flags back quite quickly. So in the far south, he's continuing to sneak around. Managed to get pinned down on all of these. He's brought up his BA-10, or the BAFC in this case, same difference. Jikari fighting at range, not the best for them to do that, but with their opponents pinned. Oh no! And that is, Hadosztaly does have this plane, which is fantastic for killing tanks. Well, fantastic for killing medium, light armor, heavy armor, any kind of armor really. The HE does a hell of a lot of damage. Jikari needs to get into this forest pronto, can do some work once it's in there. How it will measure up against these guys, I'm not too sure. They've got 3 Danuvias, which are good weapons. The Suomi is better, but I think these guys, the unpronounceables, will outtrade against the Jikari in CQC. They've both got Molotovs. Jikari's a smaller squad. That is my thinking there. Or unless the Suomi absolutely just pins them instantly. But we shall see, we shall see. 13-11, he's managed to get 1 flag back. He's going to get another one back soon. Moving up these machine guns, I think that's a bit of a mistake. Could have just kept them back here to cover the road. Because they're not going to do any business this close up. Yeah, and they do get picked off. The Sissy now moving up into the forest. We'll be able to pick off these artichokes as well. Another Jikari coming in here. Zerini might pick him off, think he will. Meanwhile, in the north, we're back to a 12-12 now at least. In the north, we've got a sneaky anti-tank rifle going round the back. He's not moving at the moment. Expect to see him coming round here, sneak through here, get eyes into this area, pick off reinforcements would be a good idea. Oh, this guy's taking a wrong route there. Just needs to unload him into here instead, I think, or round into this area. It's important to secure this little area when you don't have much armor, because people can sneak around you quite easily. Back to a 13-11, and we are still in A phase, so the business is going to start happening in B. Again, ME 210 coming in, another one, laying down the pain, and unfortunately he's going to get his anti-tank surrendered there. Could have done with that to pick off the Schwere. The Schwere is in an awkward position here. These guys, I don't think the armor's that particularly good on the rear. And yes, 50 millimeters. It's not too bad actually, not too shoddy. But yeah, these guys should be able to pick him off and get behind it. Bringing in some AT guns now, definitely needs to do that. Where's he unloading this? Alright, into here. Is he looking to sneak it round out to here? Or possibly trying to cover this road? Yeah, one of them goes down. Yeah, it can't deal with the frontal armor of the Schwere. And we see, oh, beautiful, beautiful biplane coming in for a run. I just adore these things. Probably my favourite unit in the game, I think. They just look amazing. I love the little V shape on the wings at the top there. Let's see if he gets the kill. Oh, he's going to get side shot. No, no kill. But definitely done some decent damage to it. Or actually, no. He's not done probably a little bit of damage, but not much. Maybe none of the rockets hit there. We got that Raapaana in the back. Again, another wonderful looking unit. Look at the state of that thing. The derpiest thing in the world. Blenheim coming in, trying to finish off the Schwere, or lay down some fire into this area at least. What's he going to do with these bombs? Manages to finish off one unit there. Oh, very bold move. He's going to get it unloaded now. The anti-tank rifle, if he gets a side shot, might do a bit of damage. Yep. Oh no, bounced. Now if we can get this into position, get a side shot. Not happening, not happening. Meantime, we are at 1410 in the north. What's going on over here? Oh, the Molotov guys are sweeping through the forest. Looking good for Pantsu now. Coming to the end of phase 8. He's kept this single tick going for a long time, so it's still okay for Jaapaasa. Doesn't look like he's traded terribly here. The good thing is, with Raapaana, you can kind of lose some units, but you still got a good amount of infantry at a decent price. Both these divisions are fairly cost efficient. His success in the south is looking really good here. He's managed to gain 2 flags, and now he's got a single tick on very briefly there. So this is really good for Jaapaasa. If he can lock down this area completely, which he almost has now, then in B phase he can probably focus more on the north. And at this point, I think Pantsu wants to be really thinking about getting some reinforcements into these forests to secure his hold in the north, and then reinforcing round into the centre to try and make a push for these flags later on after B phase. So I think he's just going to have to go into lockdown fairly soon. We are coming to the end of A phase. We do see a pack coming out in the north. Wise choice. Actually, I wouldn't say it is a wise choice. A pack, there's not much armor. You better bring in a tank to do some work. But yeah, infantry, this is a better choice. The Saba, the pack, yeah, unusual choice. I guess he's not really got anything to deal with the BA-10 here, other than these are Lovas and they're further back. He should hold this forest fairly effectively. But if the armor moves up, we'll give him the edge. The Jaapaasa can sneak around over here and then through the forest. Yeah, you want to be CQC with the Jaapaasa. Want to move them through here. Don't engage where there's no need to engage. More Sissy coming in. Oh, Sissy Kev with the AT weapons. Another BA-10. Jaapaasa's got a single tick on now, and we're still in A phase. The Vergutin is out, one of them out, but it didn't manage to stop this bombing run coming through. What damage did they do? Looks like they've done a fair old bit of damage down here. What has gone on down here? Jesus. Like a slaughterfest. But Jaapaasa still has enough units in the forest. Should be able to deal with these guys. We've got Molotovs and we have TNT in here. Yeah, Jaapaasa just needs to get more into this area of the map, I would say. Get some securage back here. Get an AT gun possibly out round here if he can. Would be nice. Would be the icing on the cake, I'd say. But single tick looking good. AT gun not doing anything in the centre here. We might see a probe from Pantsu in the centre at some point. Zarini sat out here as well in the open, not doing much, and the AT guns are just back here, not doing anything as of yet. The recon is not moving forward either. I think he's obviously more worried about the southerly position and the northern position, which does make sense. Obviously, more bombing runs coming in. AT plane looking to take out the Sabah. The Blenheim coming in to take out these guys, and they are clumped up together. This could be a devastating hit. Sabah goes down, not surprising. AA in this area only just recently come out. Blenheim with a nice bombing run, got a good hit on one of the units there. And 14-10 now. He's managed to sneak around, got this flag. Not going to hold it for much longer though. Is there an AT gun coming up here just yet? Not quite. He's got two AT guns on the road here. But he does need to clear out this area to make sure these AT guns are protected. One has gone down. Now we see the T-26s coming in. Great units. For the price, they're incredibly slow, but once they get there, 15 points, and they dish out a nice old bit of damage onto tanks. 13-11. We are now into B phase. We might see some artillery coming out fairly soon, I imagine, from Jaapaasa, because he's going to need it for a longer game. Dealing with Pantsu's balanced income. But he doesn't really need to be pushing just yet. He will need to get a double tick on by about 15 minutes, 17 minutes, 18 minutes, I would say. But he needs to keep some kind of tick going. Seeing that some plays, they do just build and build. They're getting ticked down throughout the entire B, and then they just do a massive wave and overwhelm their opponent, which you can do if you just grind them down. We are at 12-12 though, and looks like Pantsu is going to get back into the town here and does get a flag, but he's lost another somewhere else by the looks of it. Is it in the north? Nope, nope, no. Oh, Sisikev trying to mop up back here. Doing the job just about. Taking heavy losses. And we've got the Flamers coming in the north as well now. It's going to really help out in the forest. ME210 coming in for a bombing run. Going for the Bath. Should get it. Unless he loses line of sight. There's no AA on the side of the Raapaana team. And he does get it. No problem whatsoever. Expect to see some AA coming out in the north fairly soon. Possibly one in the centre too could be wise. But yeah, he's really got a lot of AA back here, but it's in a terrible position. This isn't going to fire anything back there. We want it more out in the open. You could even bring out Vikotin to this position. Like I say, it's really good at pinning down tanks and things as well. But we're back at 12-12. My God, my God, my God. Looks like Jaapaasa is more focusing on the north now. But he needs to get a tick going at some point soon. Two snipers in the same position. Not a bad idea. Maybe move one out a little bit further in case a bombing run comes in and takes them both out, or a stray mortar shell. Nice, he's got into position here. Really threatening on his opponent. Unfortunately, it would have been better to be on the other side, I would say, because like you can sneak in through this forest and take this town because it's so close. Whereas, as you can see over here, going over this open ground, it's much more difficult. You need to lay down some smoke to get across into the town. Off map coming down, very nice position here. Has he got some reinforcements? He's getting some reinforcements ready to come in just after. This could do the trick. Is it AT gone? On the road. Is he going to be nice to take out his Serini? AT plane's not able to get in there. Off map is coming down, and now the reinforcements are coming in. Oh, leader taken out. That's good. Good kill. He's got nothing back here. Reinforcements are coming into the town. He needs to redirect one of these onto the hill, I think, because if he loses all of these and they're pinned, loses his line of influence, I think Pansu might just flood in here with some infantry. He's actually got a tick on him again now, but not for too much longer. Jakari are coming into the town. A couple of Jakari back here too, but they're going to struggle getting across this open ground. It's looking a little bit precarious for Jaapaasa. Is Pansu going to get the 2-0 here? If you can just hold on a bit longer. Rocket plane coming in. Oh, trying to take out the AT gun, not quite managing it. T-26 moving out. This can deal with the T-34. But it doesn't. Rocket planes coming in, and that's definitely going to do the job. Yeah, 2 of them, no problem there. Flamer units, I think these are double. Yep, double flamers. Moving through the forest, clearing them out. More AT guns coming in, more AT infantry. More Panzerschrecks. And here we go, I was expecting this before. Bringing out the infantry across the opening in the centre. The Zarini's now going to get eyes on these and just obliterate them. Oh, where's he firing? He's firing down here instead, which is, yes, good enough, good enough. You could do with redirecting the fire of these Kivari, but maybe can't quite see them. He's got all these guns here. He's not brought them out. Jaapaasa, man, what are you doing? AT gun trying to take out this Serini. Does it have the capability? Oh yeah, it's this gun. It does, definitely. It's 90mm pen heat. This has like 90 frontal. No, it doesn't. 105. Yeah, it can do it. It can do it. Maybe it won't, no. Getting too many bounces in there. Ju-88 coming out for a bombing run. Where's it going? Is it going for the Zerini? I imagine it is. Got the bombs off. AT gun that has gone down. Is it going to do the job? 2 500-kilo bombs. Oh, he's actually dropped them in the town. Cleared that out. Got the flag back there. And he's back onto the single tick. We are coming to the end of Phase B now. Really interesting. I think it's basically his air force. He has got more points than what we see on the map. He's got a decent air force out there. Just needs to make good use of them. Still no artillery. He's finally moving up his support weapon here. Bit late in the day, but better late than never, as they say. And, oh, instantly taken out, though. Maybe that's why he didn't bother doing that. AA coming out into the centre, and I believe that is going to be the artillery piece coming out as well. Jaapaasa, can he tick him down for 27 more minutes, though, or a single tick? I doubt it, up against the balance. But time is slowly ticking down for him. Like I said, though, you can get to this point in the game on a Maverick against balance, and you can still make the concerted push later on. But Hadosztaly does have some really, really cost-efficient units as well, just like Raapaana. It's 14-10 now. If we can get a double tick on like fairly soon, it's still looking okay for him. He's really struggling to make headway in the north, though. These Hedgie guys doing a lot of business. BA-10 is up close and dirty now, and they've got no AT weapons in here. He needs his Loves up into this forest to deal with this stupid little thing. Saba, not really going to do much of a job on it, to be honest. This T-34 might be better off, yeah, retreating this. It's really hard to say what to do here, and I think that's Zerini just gone down there, has it? Yeah, the Zerini's just gone down to the rocket planes. I think we're going to see this continually now. More AA pieces coming out from Pansu, so yeah, good reaction here. Definitely needs to do that, and we see the off-map coming in. Does he have any AA in the north? Doesn't look like it, so he should be able to get this off. Buy himself some time there. Maybe he's going to drop it in the forest instead. Either here or here would be good, really. He has got a machine gun back here as some last line defense, so that's really good. The AA piece is back here as well. It's good setup by Pansu, I have to say. Another AT gun goes down to the rocket plane. These things are doing some work. They usually do really well when I play with this division, actually. The off-map plane did not do anything. Is he doing it on purpose? Was he just bluffing him, or did he accidentally retreat it? Meanwhile, in the south, Jaapaasa still has a firm hold down here. Still got his single tick going on, but like I said, he does really need a double tick. He can't hold just one extra flag for this long, surely. He's making an advance in the centre, but I think this is just how many men left in his squad? One flamer, and he's gone. Oh, they kill each other though, so maybe that's going to push back into his favour there. Probably not though. There's one of those Hejivadas moving back in. Sorry if that's the wrong pronunciation. I've not shut down Google yet. I'm not sure who is on the back foot here. I feel like Jaapaasa is the one who needs to start making a move. I really feel like he needs a double tick. But at the same time, Pansu's seems to be bringing quite a lot and not making much headway with it. It's being picked off. Yeah, he's let this fester here now, and it's looking pretty bad. Like I was saying before, if he gets an AT gun round into this area, starts cutting off this road, reinforcement road, it's going to be a big problem. Maybe that's precisely what he's doing. Yeah, he's going to get some AT guns into here at least to try and help out. And we've got the 15-9 on now. 10 minutes. Sissikev managed to drive right round into the open with no problems whatsoever. There's no AT guns in the centre here. This might lead him to make a push onto the hill. The off-map plane flying around as well, not doing much. He's finally got the load off here. If it goes in, not the best line of fight where it is, but it's protected at least. It might take this down still. Nope, doesn't look like it. This off-map will cause a little bit of damage. It will pin them, but not much more. He's really just throwing too much away into the south. He should probably give this up now. Just chuck an AT gun back here or two, some infantry back here. Zarini up onto the hill here, and then just go for the north or the centre. If he keeps investing in the south, I think he's going to lose. Zarini's coming out to the centre, and there's another Zarini already in there. Got some AA pieces out to protect them as well. So we could be seeing a centre push. This is what he needs to be doing, really. Got another support weapon back here, unloaded behind the forest again. Off map is coming down. He's trying to get into a decent position to deal with what's in these buildings, by the looks of it. If he gets too close to this, this is the Kev. It does have the AT satchel, which will obliterate this tank. And it looks like he might just drive a bit too close. That'll be a sorry loss. He has got no idea that's in there by the looks of it, and it's going to go down. Boom. Nice. I was wondering why the hell he's putting that in there, but now we see. Oh, and the AT planes were coming in to take it out as well, but now they're not needed. Just retreat them all. And oh, it wasn't an artillery piece. Yeah, it was a support gun he was bringing in. There's still no artillery. Can he afford to bring it in on 80 points per tick? It would be worth it. It's 115 points for the artillery piece. It might do some help in getting rid of some of the AA, which he will need to do in the long game. Maybe a bit too late in the game to be bringing it out. He's on the single tick again. 19 minutes before he can get a victory. Oh, of course, it is a 50-minute time limit, so if he just keeps ticking him a good enough amount, then he might be able to do enough. We are seeing a push in the centre now from Pansu. An incredible lack of smoke here, but I don't believe either of them have any mortars. You're throwing down some smoke around here and just rushing in some units to this flag and to this flag. Might have been a decent enough option, even onto here as well. But without smoke, you can't do that. And we finally see the big old artillery piece coming out. Halfway through, well, yeah, 5 minutes into C phase, this could turn the tide of the game now. If he just starts laying down some fire into this town, this flag will just fall into his hands fairly quickly. He's losing a lot of infantry out in the open. The truck's just sitting here doing nothing. Eye off the ball. The AT gun is coming out now. Didn't manage to get it in time to snipe him. But it has decent HE on this gun as well, with 2.2 damage. Jaapaasa still managing to keep up this single tick. Halfway through the game, 25 minutes left to go. 17 minutes till a victory for Jaapaasa. And he's going to get 14-10 in the north now. T-34's coming in. We've not seen any Jagddeep Panzers coming in, which is unusual. Unless I completely miss them. He's not brought any in as of yet. Could really do with one of them out there, because they will lots of these guns, they will bounce most of them, whereas the Zarina is much more vulnerable. 105mm frontal armor is decent, but actually, did it have the same armor as the Jagddeep Panzer? I think they might. Well, we'll soon see in a minute. I'm sure one's going to come out at some point. 14-10 now. Yeah, this was a big mistake coming out to here and unloading. He's just not got enough to deal with things. The Rabba is being moved forward now. He's actually picking off transports and infantry. Surprising to see that. And he has managed to push back into it. I guess he just wants to get this flag back more than anything. So it is an annoyance for him. If he can get this flag back, I think he'd better consolidate that position there. It's tough getting into here. That would be a good win for him. It's 59 again. In the north, it's really falling apart. Only off-map does come down into this area. He's managed to sneak through into here. Wow, wow, wow. And Pansu's got nothing back here. And Jaapaasa's got a lot. He might actually be able to do this at this rate. I think he's just grinding him down. Pansu's not making any real concerted push anywhere. He's just going in piecemeal in different places. Like this push was made here, but he's not following up. He's not keeping up the momentum. And so it's just not going his way. The artillery pieces are out. They are firing now. Where's he firing? I guess right down into the town. Yep, and the other one is firing. Trying to pick off these AT guns, which are picking off the transports coming in. This was what I was saying before. This is the danger. If you can get another, I imagine a pack's going to be coming up onto the hill here as well. No, he's just bringing another in the same position. You can get one up into this position on the hill and just sit there, sit pretty, or even right down into the edge here. Would be really, really nice. I'm not sure artillery's. If he brought one of these in B and then another one in C, it would make more sense, but he's not getting the good work out of them. Is there any artillery coming in from Jaapaasa? I imagine no. He doesn't really need to be doing that at the moment. He just needs to keep this single tick going. If he keeps it going until like another 10 minutes, it might be enough to get him the game, even if Pansu starts pushing it back, which I'm sure he will. Because the incomes will be in his favour now. We'll start feeling the pressure, Jaapaasa that is, from the balanced income against the Maverick. But he's got plenty of infantry in here to do the work. Might want to sneak this guy around here and snipe anything coming down the road. So it does appear like he's laying down a lot of fire into this town with the artillery. He's still trying to get his guys across the open to the flags. So this is where the pressure is going to be, yeah. And there's a Panzergren coming straight down the road. It's going to unload into here now. But it's 59 is on. And here come the rocket AT planes, not managing to get it off. The last one coming in, again, it's not going to manage it now. There's too much at AA up. And this is why I was saying it would have been handy to have an artillery piece or two, the heavy ones at 115 points. Slowly picking away at these AA, making them less effective. But he is at 16.8. Definitely doing something right. He's even coming down off the hill in the north now. Into the forest. He does feel the weakness here from his opponent. AT guns firing down the road. Looking really, really strong for him. It looks like Jaapaasa's going to get this. Pansu just doesn't have an answer at the moment. He's dealt with the air play by the looks of it, for the most part at least. But he should really be making a push in the centre, but that's not on at the moment. It's just not working out. Someone's drilling next door. Oh, the plane turns the wrong way. That's unlucky. He did turn it to the left. I did see that, but now it looks like he might lose this plane. It's an important plane to have as well. Very pricey. It does go down. Unlucky there. 1410 is on. And the drilling is getting louder. The pack, what can you see? Infantry here. It's about 19 minutes left of the game. Pansu should be looking to overwhelm his opponent, especially in the centre. Why on earth he's not made a rush up onto this hill, I have absolutely no idea. And not brought some armour out here. We're still not seeing a Yagdi Panzer come out. Oh my lord, that is noisy. And artillery is firing away onto the AT gun. Is he going to get it? He's going to get it eventually, but he's losing so much here. The Sissikev taking out the AA gun as well. So we're going to see plane domination in the north. And on the flip side, I think all Jaapaasa has to do really is just rush some infantry into this area, get them unloaded, bomb there, and this game. But it's 13-11 now. Jesus Christ, what are they doing next door? Hopefully that's going to stop soon. The rat men in their vehicle in the town, sat there, not doing a lot more. And I think we're going to see it get into a 12-12, maybe a 13-11 fairly soon in favour of Pansu. But I don't think it's going to be enough. He has managed to sneak back into the forest in the south, but not for much longer. There's a pack here, and there's a Schwere here. That arena's done for. Yakari and the double flamers are going to move in now and mop these up. More rat men coming in. Looks like he's out of the Jakari though, because Jakari will be much better in this position. The town is falling. The centre is slowly being ground down here. I believe he's probably going to get to this flag as well. But it could be a case of too little too late. He's still being ticked. In the north, Jaapaasa is keeping up the push here, being annoying. It's got anti-tank in here too, so I don't know why it's hiding in the forest like this. Just pop him out a little bit to here in case anything comes flooding past the road when he's not looking. That would do the trick. He is trying to push into the town now as well. Might see a bombing run coming in the north. And that should secure it for him, I'd say. Infantry gun coming out into the open a bit here as well. This Kivari could be worth just moving that forward if you reinforce first with a unit back here. Panzer Grenadiers out in the open. He just needs to like Q move all of this. Needs to get this flag. Needs flags. He's actually losing flags still. But he could get these two flags fairly soon, then this one. I'm pretty sure he's going to flip it. But then it's like 15 minutes left. I don't think he's going to have enough to do the job. Looks like the plane did fire off here at the machine gun. The snipers are going to mop up this machine gun as well, I believe. And we could see Jaapaasa bringing in some infantry down this road and into this town. Okay, obviously it's very thin on the ground now, being on a Maverick income. Can Pansu do it? Does he have enough time? He's going to have to get him like a double tick, triple tick at this point in the game. So he needs to really just obliterate him at some part in the map. I think the centre's still his best chance here. Just sweep through here, take out these 3 flags, force his opponent to reinforce and secure back here, and then just sweep through this area as well and take out these. That's the only way I can see he can do this at the moment. In the north, he just may as well forget about this for now. Maybe just try and hold the town a bit more if he can. But the town is going down, like I was saying. He's going to get double ticked himself, and that is going to be it, I think. He's not got anything coming into it fast enough. Another Zarini too, they're slow. Machine gun coming through. It looks like we're going to get a draw from these players. It's going to be a 1-1. Machine gun coming in a faster transport, but it's not going to get there anywhere near in time. And finally he's making the push through. This is what he should have done a good while ago, I was saying. Just push through into these areas, try and get these flags, get a unit into here as well. But it's just not going to be enough. Was that a successful kill there? Yeah, takes out Zarini with the rocket planes. That is the issue as well. When you're advancing this far forward with your armour and your A's all the way back here, Raapaana can come in and still get their rockets off. Big influx of infantry coming in here. Might be able to deal with a good amount of this. But we're back at a 12-12. And it's 13 minutes to go. He definitely needs a triple tick at this point in the game. Really, really does. And in the south, Jaapaasa has managed to re-secure the forest. And it looks like Pansu looks like he's going to lose this one. With the income advantage he had, I'm not quite sure what happened in the south here, because he did get back into here. What happened? What happened? His artillery's not firing either. It looks like he's completely forgot about it, and this is so powerful. This artillery gun does a hell of a lot of damage. 6 rounds per minute, 7.5 damage. He's just not been putting it to use. Could have cleared out this hill and rushed into here, but he's not done it. Looks like a few panicky buy-ins. Now he's redirecting this to the south. Everything's sort of going a bit skew with him. All these rat men have just come through at once and cleared this area out. He's taken the town, but he's been backdoored. I guess what he could do is just sweep around the back here with this infantry and try and cut off the front line. There's no leaders in here, so that could work. Then he will gain all these 3 flags. Well, 4 flags in fact. But with 3 minutes, he's being ticked again. 3 minutes to go. He's got to do something. And it doesn't look like he's doing anything. These guys are not moving. These guys are going to get pinned fairly soon. These guys are not moving either. These guys are not moving. These guys are being picked off in the open. He has managed to sneak this flag back in the south, so it's 12-12. Bought himself some time there. But just over 10 minutes left to go. Here we go. Look at these things. Look, shooter knocked out. You get crits with this. Look at the state of that. This is what I was talking about. It's so fun to watch. Yeah, the shooter's knocked out. Again, he can't really pen it. Unless he gets a side shot in, it will do it. Falling back. Now he might get some side shots onto the thing. But yeah, this won't be able to fight against this anymore. Look at it. It's done. It's so fun. Oh, it's been distracted by some planes now. I think that, what is it? Is it like, yeah, 30mm pen? It's almost never going to pen it, but it's just so fun to watch it like that. It's ridiculous, the rate of fire on it. What is the rate of fire? It's just silly. Yeah, it's the AP. 187 rounds per minute. AP. Oh, so funny. I'll never get tired of watching that. Yeah, with light tanks, you do sort of get some crits and kill them, and he did get a 1 crit onto that then, but not the crit he wanted. Yeah, he's making a push onto the centre now. It's a bit too late, and he's got to tick up. 23 minutes. 10 minutes ago. He can do this. He definitely needs a triple tick. At some point, he needs a triple tick. He's bringing out an AA piece. I'm not sure that's the wisest choice. He's got enough AA, just needs to move it out up here into the open a bit. This one's moving out here. Doesn't want to be investing in armor, it's too slow. Just wants infantry to be flooding in here. Needs to get rid of this. Artillery. If he just remembered he had this artillery here, he could just pound this hill and take it. And I'm pretty sure he could get off the back of that. He could run through, get this flag and get a double tick going. And then start pushing for the triple tick in this area. He's still not pushing here. It's still on. It's still on. I think oh no, he's getting ticked down again now. I still think it's plausible. But bringing this in, I think that was like his last chance. Spending the amount of money on this AA piece, which is how much? 90 is it? Yeah, 90 points. When you could bring in like 3 units of these guys, which I'm sure he's got more of, or 3 units of the Panzergrenz. Or has he just ran out of infantry, possibly? Which is a terrible mistake to make on a balanced deck. Has he actually ran out of infantry? If I do recall, did he just have his Panzergrenz in C and that was it, and he had them at 1 star? At least he secured his town in the north again. But certainly needs to be pushing into this area. There's got nothing back here. Oh, it's easy for us to say, I know, we can see this at the moment, but my god. He's really just got to push and unload things as far back in the map as you can. Oh, briefly had the 1410 on then. I think that was down here, yeah, but he's been pushed out again. Artisok coming in. Why is he going here? Why? The centre. He's having good success in the centre. He needs to keep pushing there. Moving the Zarini up. This is what he needs to do. He needs to pick off these support weapons. And we really need to see the Vikotin firing at a tank again, because that is the funniest thing. This arena should be able to take out this support gun now. Expecting to see the planes coming in to try and take out this arena soon enough. But the AA is far enough forward now. Yeah, and invested in this one as well. I think it's a bit of an overkill. Rocket plane coming in. Is he going to get his rockets off? Just about. But not enough damage there. He's going to get this flag. Just needs to keep pushing. Why he's not moved these? This is what's shocking me. Why is he not? Surely he must realise he can cut this off. Rather than fighting it, cut it off. 6 minutes. I think we're done. I think we are done. 12-12. But yeah, I'm surprised Jaapaasa has managed to hold on this long. He's been really lucky that his opponent's not probed in these areas, because he's like, there's nothing back here. There's nothing back here. And surely you would suspect that at this point in the game. So just push through the centre, then encircle him. But I seriously fear, he's out of units, isn't he? He's out of infantry. He's just bringing these Artisok in piecemeal, and again, to their death in some strange positions. This arena's going to go down now, I think, to the pack. Oh, he's facing it. He might be able to blap it if he's lucky. Yeah. Oh, no, this is the not-so-good gun, is it? Yeah, it's going to blow it up. Single tick is on. 20 minutes. At double, that's going to be... he needs triple on now to win. But really interesting game. Yeah, there's no denying, actually. Raapaana are strong on this map. And What can take some people by surprise, of course, is in a Maverick v Balanced. With the Maverick, when you've got a division like this, you can afford to bring in so much infantry because you're not spending money on the tanks. The tanks you're spending money on are 15 points. So you're mainly sort of investing, like most of your expensive equipment is going to be your artillery and your planes. So you've got cost efficient infantry. You get lots of them. Get great recon. So you can do some serious damage. You can just overwhelm with sheer numbers, as you saw in this game. But on the flip side, I would say with Hadosztaly, you can kind of do the same. They do have cost-efficient units, and they can do some serious work in the forests as well. I would say enough to match up to Jaapaasa as well. Maybe not as cost-efficient as a Jaapaasa in the forest, but by pure numbers, you can do the work. And there's definitely enough in this division. I honestly, God feel, if he remembered, he's probably going to be kicking himself at the end of this game. If he had remembered he had these artillery pieces, I think he would have won this game. So I think he just would have bombed this, saw the front line just move back here and just move in with his infantry, then put some AT guns onto the road here, cutting off everything off, and just go to town on his opponent. He probably would have seen it even bulge all the way out to here and realised that he could cut off his opponent. But as is, a fairly close game really. It doesn't look that close at the moment, but it was fairly close. Just under 2 minutes left on the clock, and yeah, clearly that's not enough. The Jagdی Panzers coming out now. Do these have more frontal armour? They have the same frontal armour as Schwere. Okay, fair enough. So I take it back. It does make sense to go for more Schweres than Jagdí Panzers, because these have got more HE damage on them at 4.1, whereas these guys only have 1.5. So it makes much more sense to bring out the Schwere. And yeah, other than that, yeah, now it looks like he's like, oh crap, artillery. Too little, too late. You can see here the effect this is having. It's thinning all these guys out. These are going to get surrendered. Oh, these are going to get pinned, sorry. It's going to lose the front line. Could have gained all of this back so easily. We still not remember this one, no, but yeah, he must realize it's game over now, but he's just playing it out to the end. It's got no recon out here too. He used those 4 recon units in A phase, which is, yeah, I found particularly puzzling. He just looks like he's misbuilt his deck because he's run out of infantry. And against Raapaana, there's one thing you know for sure you're going to come up against is a lot of infantry. But very well played by Jaapaasa. Very aggressive play with Raapaana, pushing forward, getting in there, dropping the AT guns on the road, causing havoc on both flanks of the map. And Pantsu did get sucked into that fight, and rather than redirecting his forces to attack in the centre where he is far more powerful. But we've all been there. I know I've done exactly the same thing. Look at this now. Yeah, 15-9. It's not enough. The tank, big train of infantry coming in to try and secure these flags, make sure he doesn't lose too much more. Like I was saying, like, if you get on a triple tick again, it'd be down to 4 minutes, but yeah, game's over now. Game is over now. But it looks like this is more a case of a Pantsu has thrown this game. Jaapaasa's played really well, really aggressively, but he probably got a little bit too over-aggressive in some places. Like here. And he could have probably gone more for taking this town from his opponent rather than pushing through to this flag back here. And then securing his hill with some better AT weaponry to stop any push in the centre. But he's won. He's won, so GG. And I will be playing Raapaana on Friday, I believe. I'm probably not going to do a live cast because it's a little bit more difficult to play. Feel the pressure a bit more. Now, in terms of trades, Pansu should have traded better, but he's probably not. He's not, no. He was just throwing away far too much in the north and in the south. Lost a lot in transports, but good job by Raapaana. Raapaana? Raapaana? Raapaana, Jaapaasa. Oh, we got the double A's. Maybe that's why. Maybe that should be a hint. Don't let him play Raapaana. Yeah, great game. Great game. Bit of a long grindy one at the end. But, ooh. If only he'd remembered about that artillery. Could have taken him. Could have taken him. Look at the Zerini too. Jesus. Filthy amount of damage it does. And the ME210. Lots of damage. Full 50-minute game in there. The Rabba doing some decent work. He's actually using it to kill infantry. Got some planes down as well. Nice. These things taking out Sisikev. And Zerini 2 always doing good solid work. This one not so much, but you know, overall they do pay for themselves. Very effective units. The Panzer T-30s, I think he was probably a little bit too overly aggressive with them in some places. Hummel getting some work in at the end, but could have done with the artillery pieces doing more work. Just killed one unit. And for Raapaana, the Lati doing the work, Jakari doing some work, Sissi doing the job again, Verkotin mopping up infantry and a plane. I do love these things. I think that was a highlight, just blapping away that Zerini. PE2, nice work there as well. Not bad, not bad. Pack getting a lot of snipes. But yeah, there's nothing particularly standoutish. Yeah, the packs were getting some nice picks. So you got them down the road in the north there. It's really nice. And in the south as well, actually. But anyway, GG. So, see you for the next one. Wish me luck against Raapaana. Should be a decent match, I hope. Hopefully I can put in a decent performance. It's worth watching. Bye-bye for now.